this bitch, oh this dude, oh this anything.
You gotta let all
Like
that shit go.
that it's not about you. What does your kid want? Right? Within reason.
Yeah.
What does your kid want? What would you want if you were that kid? And if you can't come with that perspective, bro, like you the one broken, not the kid. The devil.
It's episode 6, BDE podcast. We're running it back.
Yes.
We're busting out 2 episodes at one time. So if you see us wearing the
clip,
same
clip.
shit, it's because
We did.
we wearing the same
We
shit.
wanted y'all to
It's
have
the
a great
same day.
experience. But we also can't have the episodes being 3 hours long. And I promise you, in between episodes, after episodes, we always talking. These shits could be hours long.
Hours.
And we try and keep it copacetic.
Exactly. So like I said, it's your boy ES Kevo. Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. I am Joe McMiller. Follow
Joe
me wherever it is. Yo, but
motherfucking Miller.
it's cool for them to follow us, but like, where should they really be at?
They really need to be following the BDE podcast. That's BDE _podcast on Instagram.
Definitely.
You
can
we're on
find us
all
on
platforms.
Apple Music. Yeah.
Spotify,
Patreon,
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
YouTube.
I'm very surprised. You know what's actually funny? I had a friend tell me that when you say honestly, and I'm not gonna lie, it's like you're telling someone that in other conversations you might.
Yeah.
Because now I'm not gonna lie, and now you being honest. So I'm gonna try and stop saying that because I'm typically
We
honest.
still on high noons. I
Ooh.
think we on a few high noons. Cheers.
Facts.
All right.
But
so
yeah, follow, subscribe,
follow,
share.
subscribe, share.
Patreon.
We appreciate all the love. A lot of y'all been commenting. A lot of views.
YouTube has been crazy for me to see the views, to see people spending an hour watching this face.
Yeah.
Like listen, Pretty Boy Floyd over here. I get it.
No.
Yeah.
Joe's a vampire. This motherfucker looks young as hell.
Do they have black vampires?
Yeah, you.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Bro, we should look that up.
So, bro, Blade,
Is a black? Oh, you right.
the OG,
Yeah,
bro.
he got a lot of debt.
Come on.
At the time, he was
So,
evading taxes.
what we talking about today, Joe?
Well, today you said that you wanted to get into the one topic most people have asked about:
Yeah.
co-parenting.
Yes. So co-parenting. You know, people look at me and my baby moms and my baby mother's husband,
Daughter's mom.
my daughter's mom, and you know, people are always sliding in the DM saying, "How do you do it? How are you cool with him? How can y'all be cool with each other? How? I don't get it." Oh, and some people are like, my baby daddy ain't shit. Some people are saying like, oh, I can never, like my baby mama, she's just like, she's just trying to do something to me, backstab me some way, somehow. You know, like, but I mean, I'm co-parenting. Joe's co-parenting. I'm only speaking for me. Like, it's not always perfect, but man, like, it's pretty fucking good. Like, my co-parenting, my baby mama, bro, she's an amazing person. I already said this shit before. I be hating her sometimes, but she's just like, I can call her. You know, I called her up before. Hey, yo, what should I talk about this podcast? And
No way, for real.
I swear
for
to
real.
God.
Oh, that's dope.
She was like, I don't know. And then you know who I ended up talking to? Her husband. I'm like, yo, what do you think I should talk to on a podcast? He said, man, you should talk about like what we got to do, you know, like just developing a relationship with the co-parent and the co-parent. Like, you know, there's a lot of obstacles. Like my daughter, like she respects him, she loves him, but sometimes she just be disrespectful.
Has she ever hit him with the like, you're not my dad? Do you know?
Yes, she has.
Oh,
She has.
How did he handle that? Do you know?
Bro, this dude, man, is fucking smoothest guy in
He
Tampa.
sounds mad cool.
He's the smoothest
like,
guy
I feel like
in
he
Tampa.
should come and hang out.
He
with
don't
us.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
He'll like she say some shit like that. I'm sure he cares, but like he brushes it off pretty fucking good, you know. And then, like my baby moms will come into his defense, but like man, like he, you know, he may raise his voice at my daughter, but like he ain't never touched my daughter. He never hit her, do nothing crazy. you know, and like I respect that, bro, because
Me too.
like,
You
bro,
already know
like,
how I feel about that.
I'll catch a case, bro. I swear to God, I say this shit. People think I'm playing. Like anybody,
Could get it
anybody can get
anywhere.
it. Anybody, anywhere. You touch my kid, bro, you're done for. But he's always been like so cool, bro. Like when they first started talking, my daughter had a birthday that was coming up, right? And my baby, like we would do separate things. Like I'll do a birthday, she would do a birthday. And this time it was like he was like, she was like, I'm gonna do a birthday party over here. It was at like his parents' house or some shit. I really can't remember.
So you rolling up?
This is my first time like all of us being together, and you know, I had to put all
You
my.
knew him before or no?
Yeah, I did know him. We was cool. We was like I wouldn't say we were like boys. Like we didn't hang out. Like, you know, I didn't have his number and be like, yo, what are you doing, bro? You know, but like we would go to parties and I knew his older brother and we was just like, you know, we had a same circle of friends.
But
Yeah, like that Jules' birthday party, I came in and, you know, like it was very awkward for me. I will never forget because I was by myself.
yeah, at his parents' house.
At his parents'
For your
house.
kid's birthday.
For my
Yeah.
my kid's
I'm
birthday.
feeling some type of
His
way for
parents, my baby mama decided to throw it there. You know, it's all their side of the family. Everybody.
Do you have any family there?
I'm there. Like I have like people that I know. No,
Yeah.
none of my family even like
so
really lives here.
So you're on an island right
I'm
now.
on an island. I'm by myself, and you know, it took a lot of guts, bro. It took a lot of balls to go there, bro, because I was like I had to let go of all that, like, oh, she's talking to my baby mama, like, you know, like it's just like I had to let go of all that shit. And I feel like that's like one of the things that people don't do.
Let it go.
Like they can't co-parent
You gotta
because
get
they
that
don't
Elsa.
let go,
You got that
bro.
Elsa on you. Let it go.
Yeah,
let
bro.
it go. I
People
might
don't
sing this
do
whole
that.
episode.
People don't let go.
You're not wrong.
And I think that's like 90% of the battle is like just being able to let go. Like that's not your girl anymore, dog. Like that's not your girl. That's not your wife. That's just now that all she is to you is your daughter or your son's mother. And you need to respect that
I think
shit.
it also needs to be said that on the other side of that, that is also just your son's or daughter's father. I obviously we can only really speak from the dad's perspective.
Yeah.
But you know, ladies, if you could remember that, I think the biggest difficulty with co-parenting is that none of us want to admit that we chose that person. Whether we chose to have a kid with that person or not,
Yeah.
you chose to have sex with that person. And so everything that came from that was your choice. And so accountability gets spread, fingers get pointed. It was your choice.
Yeah. Nah, 100%, man. I just let that shit go and
So it became easy for you.
it became
Do you think
easy.
she let it go as well? I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, if she's with
we've
him,
had
then that
to.
makes sense.
We've had to let it. We had to. Like, we're just like we're in such a better space now, bro. That it's just like
What got you there? I'm actually very because
I don't know,
yeah.
bro. I couldn't even tell you. Like, it just took so much time and so much like.
How long was it before? Because Jules is only. Oh, my bad. Yeah, your daughter is only how old? 11.
Yeah.
So like, when did it happen?
Well, me and her mom broke up when like she was like 3.
Okay.
So
How long before y'all like?
she got with this dude pretty fast. I ain't gonna cap. Like she was talking to somebody else, and then she started talking to him, and she ended up getting like pregnant, married, pretty quick. Like that, it was a pretty quick time, which was like a lot of like, you know, she was like, oh, I got a man. I was like, all right, like I was trying to adapt to it,
And
you
then
know,
pregnant.
because like I was with her for mad long, and
You
then
said 8 years, 9
yeah,
years.
and then so like fucking, she's like, oh, I got a man. I'm like, all right, now I gotta like be okay with you with somebody else that ain't me. You know, it's so different when y'all break up and then like somebody's
Because it was so back and forth.
yeah, like I'm with somebody and everything's all good, but like all right, now I gotta see you with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
isn't it funny how as men we block that part out?
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, I seen
that's
that, and then like, bro, honestly, like, he was a good dude, bro. He's a awesome. Like, I have fucking nothing bad to say about this guy, bro.
I
He's
think
always
that's
been
so
cool,
cool.
and he's always.
I think
he's
that's
still
dope
cool.
as hell that you're calling, asking her about the podcast, and then he hops on as well.
Yeah.
The fact that it seems like the three of you have found like it's friendship, man. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
it's
what
not
it is.
obligatory.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah, bro. Like, I feel like they kind of like they took me in a way, just
That's
because,
beautiful.
like, you know, like,
That's beautiful.
I'm cool. I see his mom and dad. I see them a lot. I see my daughter's mom, parents all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was right here not last week. I was chilling with my baby mama's her grandma. Like, my baby mama wasn't even here. I was chilling with her grandma, her aunt, and her cousins. You know what I'm saying? We was just chilling here. Like, they low key took me in as like part of the family. You know, like, they invite me to all these activities, and man, that's just good, because at the end of the day, all that means is that I'm able to spend more time with my daughter and them collectively, and not feel like awkward. You know what I'm saying?
That's good for everybody.
It's good for
Your
everybody.
daughter feel like even if it's not together, it's healthy.
Exactly.
She gets to see you treat her mom with respect, and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's actually really dope.
Yeah,
That's really
bro.
beautiful, honestly.
How about you? How's that side over there going on?
So it's not like that.
Not like that.
I would say I'm very fortunate in the sense that, like, my perspective is that it could be worse.
Yeah.
I think that's what like, if I'm being as honest as possible, I know it could be very worse.
But you
I would
didn't
love
know.
that. I would love that, and that is who I am. I also think, again, so I want you to understand that this is going to be one of those episodes where I'm giving a lot of opinion, I'm giving a lot of assumption, and I'm, what is it? I would call it educated best guess. And so when I grew up, there were a lot of people in split households.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really very uncommon to me. I think my daughter's mom didn't have that experience. And so for me, it's like, I don't have to like you to love you.
Yeah.
And not love in the sense of like romantic, but a sense of the most beautiful thing I have in the world. The thing that has changed me the most, the person I care for the most, came from you.
Yeah.
So I have to love you.
Yeah.
Showing you respect.
Thanks, bro.
Showing you just common courtesy, even in moments I don't want to, is because she's watching me treat you a certain way. And because, again, you gave me easily the most profound thing in my life.
Yeah.
She didn't see that, and this was very outlierish for her family. There's one other person in it. Not one other. I mean, at the time that we were kind of getting together, there was really only one prominent other person who had a similar situation, so it's not common. I'll be real with you, I'm not sure how cool it was. She's Colombian. I'm not sure how cool
She's Colombian?
Yeah, look at Ava, bro. Get okay, papi. Hey. Anyway.
Colombians don't say que lo que, but
listen. You know what's funny? Is that I knew it was
know.
Dominicans. So hold on,
Right,
I knew it was Dominicans.
right,
I knew
right.
it, but you know, I honestly
you got
associate.
a Colombian baby mama, bro.
Yeah.
That's a whole
So
nother
first of all,
fucking
daughter's mom.
episode.
But yeah, that is yeah. So
Whole nother
so
episode.
so
Got
it
Colombians.
was before Ava. There was an issue with me being a Moreno, right?
Yeah.
Like there's all kinds of things that come into it.
No key with me. They like
I
her
hear you.
family.
Yeah.
Bro, they thought that I was black. I'm not black. I got, I'm a little on the dark.
They saw you in gray sweatpants is what happened.
Probably. I don't know. BDE. No, but yeah, man. Like now, like I felt like that was a thing. Like definitely, like me not being Colombian specifically,
Hear you.
which is crazy because she ends up getting married to a Colombian and everything is nice. But like I felt like with me, it was like, I was the oddball out. Like, like it was
Facts,
just looking at
facts.
me differently because
Yeah.
I'm not Colombian, or, my Spanish was rusty.
Let me be super cool and honest. No one ever said that specifically. Well, no, she did say like, "Hey, there is a little bit of friction," but
Yeah.
I never felt that. No one ever said anything. So she used to say that I'm conchulo, which like I'm at home everywhere. That's the way she described it to me. That was the word that she used. Like when I go into a place, I'm at home. Like so, like if I'm at your place and you got a coffee table, I'm putting my feet on the coffee table.
Yeah.
That's just who I am. And so you're not gonna catch me out of character typically
Uh-huh.
in any space. And so like I'm super. My family was very huggy and handsy and like loving physically, but also verbally. Like that's just my stepdad, my mom, my brother, the core four in that aspect.
Yeah.
Before Ava entered into it, like yeah, that's how we were, and so that's how I was, and I didn't know no different. I would say co-parenting again because I respect her. I think I'm very grateful, and I've seen horror stories. But yeah, man, I mean, I think I would like it to be better. I would love what you have. I don't think we have that.
Yeah.
I don't think that we have the potential for that.
Not a lot of people do, bro.
Yeah.
But
I would say there's also a sense. I mean, damn, bro, y'all gonna really have me crazy. Like, I'm very. I don't think Ava's mom listens to the podcast, but if she does, this one's gonna be interesting. I do believe that there are cases where it becomes dad versus mom. Like one person or both people, there's like a competition,
yeah.
right? I think even in the same household, you want to be the most liked or the best parent. In separate households, stuff like that might even intensify. I look at it as ain't nobody ever could be Ava's dad.
Yeah.
And let me just talk to the dads out there who really
Fact.
feeling some type of way.
Gem
who
right
really
there. Say that one more time.
If you're a dad,
Say that one more time.
I'm with you. If you're a dad and you really feeling some type of way about a stepdad, if you're acting like an asshole because some other man is in your daughter's life, right? Understand that you are her dad. You are his dad. No one can ever be that. And when you come with that type of perspective,
Facts.
you stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. How about you worry about the type of dad that you are, the relationship you have with your kid? How about
Preach.
you worry about the time you spent and putting your phone down and what their love languages is, and stop focusing on what the other dad might be doing. Obviously outside of that person being either disrespectful or beating your kid, right?
Preach.
And same thing with moms. Like, no one in the world can compete with me with being Ava's dad because there's only one.
Yeah.
So I don't look at it as a competition
That's a
because
big thing, bro.
you can't be me. It's not
Yeah.
you can't be me as Joe. Ava only has one dad.
That's huge, bro. Like, I had to understand that, because like there was jealousy. I was jealous
Really?
at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You left. Or no, but she found the dude.
that don't matter. I'm talking about I was just jealous that there was another man in Jules' life. And I'm like, damn, like, yo, is this dude like gonna be better than me? Like, he's like, at this time, like, he was seeing her more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like,
so the insecurity started to mount.
I was like, damn, bro, like, I'm not even seeing my daughter. You know what I'm saying? She'll post some shit on Instagram. They're all happy and shit. We're like,
Why
man,
you smiling, baby?
man, what the fuck? This motherfucker's trying to take my kid. But somebody, like, bro, I think my mom told me that shit. She was like, Kevin, like, Jules only has one dad.
One.
Like, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want somebody positive in her life, and if it's a guy, that's positive in her life, then that's, all that matters. But Jules is gonna come to you. Like, you gotta build that relationship. And bro, that's exactly what I did. Built that fucking relationship with Jules, and bro, that's it. It's the wrap after that.
You can either build walls or bridges.
Yeah.
And if you're in that type of situation, if you're building walls, the only person who really is affected is your kid.
Yeah.
Because then They feel like they have to choose. They feel like when they're with one, they have to maybe be with the other. Like there's so much friction that happens in that situation. But if you build a bridge, then there's like it's a free flowing thing.
Yeah. It's weird though, man. Like I can tell you this, like there's people who we would throw a party, like not we. My daughter's mom would throw a party. And this all her families, all her friends, you know, they come to their house.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull up.
Yeah.
And it's like I can see everybody.
Yeah.
Just like, yo, what is he doing here? Like, you know, like what is he why is he here? Like not
actually
anymore.
Saying that?
Not anymore.
So
but
is it the same vision but your inner voice was saying that?
Nah,
or was it actually like that?
No, it was actually like that. It was actually like that.
Yo.
Everybody was like they would ask her, they would ask me, you know, they'll pull us to the side, like, yo, how are y'all cool with this?
Please keep setting the example, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen it, but the way you talk about this man with such respect,
yeah,
the way you talk about
homie.
her with such respect, the friendship that y'all have, like, it's, for me, it's goals, bro. I would, to me, it's too easy.
Yeah, no,
right?
Man.
Are we going on trips together? Probably not.
Shit, we actually were thinking about it. We were thinking about going to Colombia.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, like they're going to Colombia. I was thinking about tagging along. I probably stay with them for a little bit, but you already know I'm gonna slide out for a little bit too.
Cali, Medellin,
all that.
All that
shit.
Listen, if you need maybe we do a podcast out there.
That'd be lit. We might do one in Puerto Rico. Who knows? But yeah, man, like just the whole co-parenting thing, y'all.
What do you think is the difficulty, right? So we talked about, in your aspect, we've talked about all the greatness.
Yeah.
What's the difficulty with co-parenting?
The difficulty that I find is that, like, it's hard to teach something to your kid when you're like, there's more than one adult involved, and sometimes we're not always on the same page. Like, so me and my baby mom's like, we're cool, right? And we'll talk to each other, but like we do have our differences, and like we do have our different ways of like communicating. Like my Jules' mom, she's more like yelling to get her point across, always like, you know, screaming and shit.
She's Colombian.
Yeah, she's like acting like a fucking Colombian, and like I'm more like, I don't even have to say much. You know what I'm saying? Like I say something once, and it gets done. You know, like.
What do you think the difference? What do you think leads? Like, where does that come from?
Bro, I think a lot of it comes from whooping her. Nah, it comes from. I think it comes from just like, I'm always been understanding with Jules, and I think it also comes from that little bit of a fear factor that I played into.
And you think that has more to do with like male versus female than I think I do.
And I think male versus female, like I think kids obey their fathers more than they obey their mothers. Single mothers, I think that they struggle a little bit with trying to maintain ordinance in the.
We don't need to talk about it today, but a topic for another day is, I think, the response from teachers is actually very similar as well. Like a dad shows up to the school compared to a mom showing up at the school, I think comes with a different type of response.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what are the difficulties you said? Co-parenting.
The co-parenting difficulty thing is just basically like I said, bro, like you have one method of learning or a teaching method in one household, and then you have another one at another household. So there's sometimes they collide, you know, or collide with each other.
Is at this age, does Jules find it pretty easy to go back and forth, and does she understand the game very easily?
Yeah,
what she can do at different households and the lines.
Jules is like, she has it down pat, and so, like, man, that's another thing. Is like, you know, it's better to. It's sometimes when I feel like it's better for a kid just to be with the original parents, just because like my daughter goes through a lot, bro. Like her mom lives in Spring Hill, I live in Tampa. That's a like 30+ minute drive.
Yeah, you talked about it.
You know what I'm saying? And like it's a lot of bullshit that Jules has to deal with. Like every time she comes to my house, bro, she has to bring her softball gear, her book bag, her school for the next.
And if you forget one thing that's important, and it's
happened, you know, she forgets one thing. I gotta hey, can we meet me here? We forgot her shoes. She needs this for this. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always like but like at the same time, man, like I'm blessed that my baby mom's like we're able to like we work as a team with that shit. You know, I forget something, I gotta drive, she'll drive. Like we pretty much work together. I do most of the motherfucking work, but she comes through clutch sometimes, man. And she has her hands full, bro. She has fucking 3 other kids. You know, they're younger. So she has 2 boys. They're like not even a year apart, man. So it's a little harder for her. But like I can only imagine, bro. Like for you, like at least like my daughter's mom, I knew her for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like before I had a kid with her.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
Months.
no
We knew each
like
other for months.
it wasn't no like fucking knew each other for months. Like
Yeah.
there's girls that I knew for months that like if I had gotten pregnant, like I don't even know like who they are. You know what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
didn't really know. Trust me.
Pull out game weak as fuck, Joe. But
Only
it's
thing that
okay.
pulls out is my couch.
It was it's like the best, right? Like people like I remember, bro.
you
I
mean
was
being a
young,
dad.
bro. I was
Like,
21, bro. I'm 21. Like I'm about to have a kid. Like I'm scared as fuck. Like
You know what? This is not co-parenting, but the day that you found out. Tell me about the day that you found out.
bro, I shit my pants.
Really?
Yeah, I sharted. It was bad, bro. I was scared as fuck, man. Like I was a heavy smoker back then, and I completely stopped smoking because like every time I would smoke, I would just like have panic attacks. And yeah, man, I was scared, bro. I was 20. I didn't even have a job. When I found out, I didn't even have a job, bro. Then I started like working, but I was scared, man. I was scared as fuck. I was scared to tell my parents. I was scared to, you
You were
know,
young, man. 21, right?
yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like I was
That's
in
tough.
school, like everything completely changed, bro. So I was super scared, man. But the one thing that I was happy about was that if I was gonna have a kid, that at least it's with this girl that I've known. Like we talked about it before, like, but we didn't expect it to happen like then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like I wasn't too worried about her being like a fucking crackhead or something.
Pull out game weak as fuck, Kev.
That's a whole nother story though. A whole nother episode. But,
Oh, word.
but yeah, man. It's the God, man. You be working in mysterious ways, bro. How about you? How'd you find out, bro?
So, I mean, a pregnancy test. No. So I remember we were at Applebee's and she was saying that she was late.
But did you know, like, was it like I didn't strap up and I didn't give a fuck? We was drunk, like.
I think the easiest way to say it is that we were not super careful. And we hadn't been careful.
Yeah.
And we were at Applebee's and she's like, yo, I'm late. And I'm like, so I'm the type of dude, you can't say to me, hey, I need to talk to you later.
No, we talking right now.
So we literally.
Hey, I gotta
at
talk.
Applebee's, can we get the check, please?
Yeah.
I think, and I don't think they even call it this now. I think I had like the Oriental chicken joint. Remember the little noodles with? I remember that.
No.
And we go to Target, we get it, and she's in the bathroom. I'm in her living room, and she's like, "Yo, oh my god, oh my god." And if anyone truly knows me, I'm the type of motherfucker that in the worst of moments, I'm cracking a joke. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so I don't know what happened, but my guess is we got a baby on the way. Now, at the time, I really did think wrong time, right person.
Yeah.
I was nervous, though. And this is advice that if someone calls you and tells you that they're about to have a kid and it was unexpected. I called my buddy Shane Kenner. I don't know where you at. I just want to let you know I love you. And it's a moment in which I needed you and you were right. I tell him, bro, fucking, we just found out that she's pregnant and da-da-da. And he says, congratulations, you're going to be a dad. It wasn't, oh my God, what are you going to do? It wasn't, there was no anxiety or animosity.
That's probably
the
why.
first words out of his mouth was, congratulations, you're going to be a dad. And the amount of weight, because be real, if I'm being real, I never ever really fantasized or thought about being a husband.
Yeah.
But I knew that was a byway at the time to being a dad, and I always wanted to be a dad. And so
Yeah.
for me, there wasn't a better. Congratulations, you're gonna be a dad. And I promise you, it was like there was never a moment from that moment. I thought it was cool, and at the time I thought it was the girl,
Yeah.
and I was cooling. I thought it was dope. I was also older, bro. I was 26.
Yeah.
25. She was born when I was 26.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's
So,
different.
it's very, very
all
different.
my boys were like, bruh, you fucked up.
Facts.
I was
and
like,
so, like,
bruh,
it's like the pile.
know,
It's like the
dog.
shit is added to the pile.
Bruh.
And he was like, congratulations, bro. You're going to be a pops.
You know, but so, like, you had your boy tell you that.
Yeah.
Man, like, I was scared as fuck to tell my parents.
Bro?
So, like, I told my mom, and, like, that same feeling you're
Who are
talking
you most
about.
afraid to tell?
I was afraid to tell my mom.
Okay. And so tell me about it then.
I was afraid to tell my mom because I was like, I didn't really care what my dad was gonna say. Like, I wanted him, like, I just knew that it was like, I already knew he wasn't gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? And my dad was like fake happy, bro. He was just happy because I had said it in front of my mom. And my mom, bro, like, I told my mom, and the amount of weight lifted off of my shoulders was after I told my mom. Like, my mom was like, what? Really? Oh my God, congratulations, you're gonna make me a grandma. Oh my God. Like, she was fucking hype. And then she's like, did you tell your dad? No. She's like, tell your dad. And I was like, all right. Like, I was like, damn, like, this is good. Like, I thought you was gonna be mad at me. I'm like, yo, dad, guess what? I'm about to be a dad. And he was like, oh.
Oh,
He was like,
Dad.
all right.
Dad.
And then my mom's like, you're not happy for him? You should be happy for him. He's like, no, I'm happy,
Did
man.
either of
Good
them
job.
ask who it was? Or
My
did they
mom
know?
went inside. No, they already knew.
Okay.
Yeah, they already knew.
Yeah.
And my mom went inside, and my dad was like, he's like, you're fucking stupid, man.
Oh, no!
He's like, you're fucking stupid. I'm like, I know, man. Damn, man. He said, man, you fucked up, man. You fucked up. I don't know, man. You fucked up. Good luck, man. I'm going to help you. But good luck. Man, I was like, man, I'll be straight, man. I'll be straight. And, man, it was the best shit that happened. But back to co-parenting.
So.
Should we yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm going to, so it's fine.
Do it.
No, your turn.
My bad. Sorry. Anyways.
So what'd you call it? So I knew to tell my brother first. Called him, told him. Told my stepdad, called him, told him. Called my aunt, told her. And then then arranged, it was Uvu at the time. Uvu was the only video internet thing where you could have multiple people.
It was the Zoom.
Huh?
The Zoom.
Uvu. You don't remember Uvu?
Uvu, but
was Zoom, but yeah.
Zoom
For the young bucks, Uvu was Zoom. And so I have her sitting next to me. My mom is on the screen. And I'm like, I'm acting as if everyone is finding, out for the first time. And I think my brother was kind of like, okay. My stepdad was kind of like, okay. Like, he was calm. And my aunt was very surprised, but my focus was telling my mom. Bro, my mom didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. She was on the video. I was like, hey. And I said, interesting, I'll never forget. I said, I don't think it was, obviously it wasn't the right time, but I think this is the right person.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, hey, congratulations. She said, now, you have to understand, and I do understand this now as a parent, they didn't know about her. This is months in. This is the first time they're meeting her.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, okay, cool. And then she took her 2 weeks, and we didn't talk for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I think she gave me some decent sound advice as how to move forward after that 2 weeks. But yeah, that was tough because it wasn't like 8 years.
Were you like one of the first of your friends to have kid, or?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was definitely, yeah. And at the
Me
time, I
too.
was like, I'm not saying I was a rock star, but like we're out every night. Like we were partying.
Yeah.
We were acting a fool at the time, and so yeah, I was definitely.
You know
I
what's
might have been the first.
it's crazy, dog, is that, man, like, I
I don't think
felt
anyone's
like
surprised though.
when I had a kid, like I felt like during that time, like I knew a lot of people my age that had kids already. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
And bro, like motherfuckers had kids but was never there for their kid.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh, I don't know about that. I might have in that.
bro, as a man, when you have like I don't know, I don't have the statistics in hand, but I know that men if they have kids at a young age, bro, 9 times out of 10, like that kid is just living with the mom, and the mom's parents are helping them take care of the kid, and then the dad is not really in the picture.
Yeah.
That's like so common.
Very, very common.
From like the people I grew up with.
I grew up in that environment, but my generation of friends didn't have kids early. Like I was definitely of my crew, the first one.
Bro, me too.
Yeah.
And I was like I was the most responsible one, bro. Like I felt like out of all my boys, bro, I was the most responsible one.
I was not the most
I had the job first. I had good credit.
Yeah.
Like I was like telling my boys about good credit, having a job. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then my ass ended up having a kid first, and like everything kind of switched. But yeah, man, it's definitely having a kid, bro, that shit was scary as fuck, bro. I tell everybody, like, how'd you feel? Like, that's a typical question. I'm like, man, I was scared as fuck. But now, low key, I'm happy, bro, that I had a kid young.
Facts.
Like, my daughter's 11, bro. Like, I'm out here playing softball with her. You know, I go to the park, the softball parents, like, old as fuck, no offense. You know, they
old though.
I'm out here in the field playing and shit, you know, and these parents are like fucking struggling just to sit down and get up.
I thought, when I was young, I thought I was gonna be like my pops. My pops didn't have his first kid until he was 45. He had me, my step pops. Right, he had an 8-year-old when he was 45, but his first kid was when he was 45-ish.
Wait, so he had his first kid with your mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
My step pops had his first kid with my mom.
How long did he know your mom before?
Oh, a little bit.
What?
I'm asking
weird questions.
If my mom comes on the podcast, I'll let you tell her that.
I ask her.
It's funny.
How long you know?
It's funny because the family itself just had that, like, we just had that conversation.
Yeah.
So that's funny. But no, it was like a year or so.
Okay.
And then they there's actually a really beautiful story I'll never be able to tell about how much my dad loved my mom. My stepdad loved my mom. And I'm not allowed to tell it. It is not my story to tell. I hope we get her on the podcast to tell it.
You think so? Your mom will hop on?
I think she would. I don't think she's going to tell that story. I hope she's coerced by the fandom.
My mom, bro, my mom is so fucking funny, bro. I love my mom,
bro. There's a really beautiful story about my step pops. But so technically it was like a year and they got together, and you know my brother's here and they get married, and there's a beautiful love there that I didn't even realize.
Like Ava, does she ever express to you that, like, Dad, like, I'd rather just be with you, I'd rather be with you more, or like I don't want to go to my mom?
So listen, I'm dope as fuck, so obviously that's happened before.
Yeah.
No, honestly, the true answer is, gotta stop saying honestly. The true answer is, I think there's times when she wants to be with both of us. There's times when she's with me and she's like, I really miss my mom. And I'm the type of person where, like, I don't want nobody around me who don't want to be around me. And to allow her to, like, get what she needs, to me is easy, bro. You know, I don't feel it any type of way, to be honest. And there's times when she wants to be with me. And I think growing up in a co-parent household, especially right now with, you know, she's 12, she's going through a lot. Yeah. There's going to be times when, you know, like, when you lack, I think you kind of, it's like waves, bro. Sometimes the tide is in, sometimes the tide is out.
Do y'all do things together?
All three of us? No. We ain't doing that.
why?
Yeah, no, that won't.
It's just like
No,
y'all just like it's bad.
no.
Like
It's
y'all
just
fight or like
it's not.
what's
It's
the
not
reason
even.
behind it?
Um. So yeah, it's just not something we've done. When she was married, we all four of us, and I think the little one as well, went to a play together. That's kind of like the only thing. But no, we we have not had what I would say is, and we haven't had necessarily bad experiences. But that's
Yeah.
not something that we've really even entertained. We do things pretty separate. Um, I would venture to say, and I told you earlier in the podcast, a lot of opinion here, a lot of assumptions because of that, like very comfortable feel that I have. Like if I get to be with my daughter, I don't give a fuck who around.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. It's not that I don't care if you're around. It's like the opportunity to spend time with my daughter. I'm chilling, and like I think I'm a strong personality, and like people want to hate me sometimes, but I don't think it like why, right?
Yeah.
And so I would venture to say, no, and honestly, she said it. Like she's cool with keeping it separate, and I'm not against it. I guess it's just
I'm
not
saying,
my mentality.
like, but I feel like for this situation, like, it's not necessarily like what you want or what she
Hear
wants.
you.
It's like, does Ava want to
Yeah.
do things together?
She's asked, and so it's funny that play that I'm talking about. She asked, and so for me, it was like, okay, let's try it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And she does, and we did it, and she doesn't ask. She hasn't asked.
But
since.
what happens? Like, what happens? Is
With
it
what?
just awkward between y'all two, or is it
Well,
like
so we do things like basketball games. Like, so there are times where we are not, bro.
Like, for
We're not going to
example,
a movie together.
my Jules' mom,
Mm-hmm.
went to Busch Garden or Adventure Island today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like that was something that I was invited to.
Cool.
Like, yo, pull
Mm-hmm.
up Adventure Island, me, Phil,
Mm-hmm.
our friends. You're more than welcome to come.
I think you guys' relationship is cool.
I'm saying, but that's not. You wouldn't do some shit like that.
So, from my perspective, and again, I think this is trouble. This is muddy watered, because again, I'm only speaking from my perspective. If Ava asks me, I'm inviting her mom. Ava's mom has been invited to every birthday that I've thrown.
Yeah.
If it's a birthday at my crib, I'm inviting her because Ava has asked me to invite her.
Yeah.
Right? And honestly, before Ava asks, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, because it doesn't make any sense to me that we'd miss something that is so, like, it's not necessarily important, but it's too easy.
Like, so y'all don't do birthdays together?
No, we don't. It's not in our parenting plan, too. But for me, it's like, what does Ava want? And I know Ava wants her mom around. So when I plan something, like we just did, it wasn't even a party. We did, like, a thing at the beach.
Yeah.
And it was a surprise. So Ava didn't even know it was coming, and I invited her mom. I also invited her mom's ex-husband and the brother on some opposite, like not opposite, but like I invited him specifically because I know Ava wants her brother there. This shit ain't about me, right? And if you're a parent co-parenting and you have any thoughts about like, oh this bitch, oh this dude, oh this anything,
You gotta let all
like
that shit go.
that it's not about you. What does
Yeah.
your kid want, right? Within
Exactly.
reason.
Yeah.
What does your kid want? What would you want if you were that kid? And if you can't come with that perspective, bro, like
Facts.
you the one broken, not the kid,
Facts.
not the situation. And so all I can speak for is me. One of the things that me and Ava talk about as part of our core is I'm gonna treat you as I am, not as you are. If I treat you as you are, you act revengeful for me or vindictive, then I'm gonna do that. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
And if you get me out of character, that's not on you, that's on me. And so to me it's easy, right? Like what do I want? I want to be at everything. So why wouldn't I invite you? Right? You have to be the example you want to see in the world. And so for me, that's what I do. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think what I will say is this is we've been doing this for 11 years.
Yeah.
And 11 years ago to now, day and night. And so my assumption is that in the next 11 years, will probably be significantly better as well. As we get away from the initial explosion, things will get better. Could it still be better? Great. But again, like I said when we opened this shit, I could have it way worse.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think if you feel like your situation is difficult, remember someone typically has it more difficult. And what are you doing in that situation to alleviate some of that difficulty? But yeah, I'll be honest with you, bro. When it comes down to it, I don't have much, not necessarily positive. I think I'm cool. Like, I'm the type of dude who's going to make the most of
Did
the
y'all
situation.
did y'all when y'all found out about Ava,
Mhm.
like were y'all together? Like were y'all a thing?
No. And then so we found out, and then
Did you try to make it a thing?
kinda, and then so I think a lot of that happens as well. Like, stuff happens early on,
Yeah.
and you hold on to it. And I've had, like you said, there was some times where I was holding on to shit that I needed to let go, and I let go of it. Right, like early on, like we're gonna work this out together. 2 weeks before we're about to move in together, she's like, "Yo, I'm moving in my parents' house. Figure it out." And so like it started this,
Yeah, yeah,
and then we
yeah,
do
yeah.
get back together even after that. Like there's, man, I think PTSD is a real thing, and I think we've both seen some of the worst of each other, and that takes work to work through.
Facts.
Yeah, and
Sure
so
does.
all I can do is control me. All she can do is control her, and I 100% can look at the last 11 years, bro. We're in a way better place. It could be better, and it will be.
So, any fathers out there dealing with this co-parenting shit is not always pretty, but there's a grass. I guess the grass is greener on the other side for something like this,
You know what's crazy?
possibly.
I don't even think it's like I think so. Before I give mine, I'm very curious. If you were to give advice to co-parents, what would it be?
The advice would be, it's not about you.
Hmm.
You said that shit earlier, and that's literally what it is. The shit is not about you. It's now you're taking out the picture, and it's about your kid and what's the best for your kid. Your kid want this. Your kid needs this. You and the co-parent, y'all need to work together and make it work. That's it. Like there's no other way to put it. You got to make this shit work. Don't make it uncomfortable for your kid. Don't make it scary for your kid. Don't make it feel like your kid's like gonna lose their mom or they're gonna lose you. Like no kid wants to feel that shit. So that's my word of advice. It's just it's not about you anymore. And you gotta let go of that person. I gotta add that too. Like you gotta let go of that person. Like some people,
Hold on too long.
they hold on too long to that person, and then it's like obviously things ain't gonna work out because like you can't even see that person with somebody else. You're feeling some type of way. You talking shit. You doing little subliminal shit. So you gotta like
That's
let
really good
go of
fucking
that
advice.
person and let go of. It's not about you. You gotta say.
I think those two are great. If I had to add another, I would think the only thing I could really come up with is it's really easy to say what she or he does and do, but let's say you were leading this situation and you had to take full accountability. It's very few times that the person who's complaining is talking about what they could do differently or better, or so take accountability when you look at the situation. Funny, I think a funny thing, and I'm gonna fuck this up numbers wise. It's like a gallon of oil, right? If you have a gallon of oil in an ocean, it's like 100 gallons, or it was honestly ridiculous. It was in the millions of gallons, I believe, but and I'll find that for you. But let's just say hundreds of thousands of gallons to take out the gallon of oil. And so with that perspective, like what can you do? Because again, like me and Ava say, I'm gonna treat you as I am,
Yeah.
not as you are to me. Bro, this episode got a little wild, and we got weird video, weird audio.
If y'all tuned in, man, I just want y'all to know, me and Joe don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yo, you keep saying that. We do.
We know what we're doing, but
keep trying new stuff.
We're trying new shit.
Yeah.
Shit don't be working.
Yeah.
We on a budget.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't signed up to the Patreon.
Yeah.
So
Listen, sign up to the Patreon. We get great video. We get great audio.
Hood activities
Yes.
going on when we trying to do this shit. But one thing I know for sure, bro, at the end of the day is that we dropping gems, man.
We tried to do
like,
our best.
Fuck the video. At the end of the day, man, just listen to what we saying. Like, I know I dropped some gems.
Killed today.
And
killed today. Honestly, if you said, I bet you we said, I was listening. I'm like, yo, tell me how I can get there. Like, I was a student today because, honestly, respectfully, and I think if you're listening, and just to you, man to man, bro, like, what you guys have is a beautiful thing. And the person who benefits most from it is your daughter.
Facts.
And there's 3 people who have a singleness of purpose of making sure that this individual has the best experience that she can have. Bro!
You know what I want? I want to know how it's going to be when I find somebody and I bring that person into the equation. That shit just makes shit even more.
But hopefully they have seen how you have been and can follow suit.
They will. That's for sure.
Yeah. That shit beautiful, bro.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. Yo, this is episode 6. We did it.
BDE. Listen, episode 6.
Like, share, follow, Patreon, all of that. All of that. If you, I do want to say, man, if you are still here, not just in this episode, but 6 episodes deep, thank you.
For real.
I'm really starting to feel and see how this eventually is going to be, how we take care of the 2 people who are the most important to us in the world. And if that happens, to get to kick it with somebody that I respect, I'm learning about, that, man, it would be wild.
It's going to be lit.
Yeah.
BDE.
Yeah, episode 6.
Yes, sir.
Yo, be well.